Guys, how are y'all doing? Hope you're doing fine. Today we're gonna be learning the third house and ninth house in astrology. So ignore the background noises and let's start. So third house in astrology means siblings and communication. Ninth house in astrology is adventure and education. The third house in Gemini the third house represents early education, communication. So the third house represents early education, communication, siblings, and local communities. It is ruled by Gemini and represents your knowledge and your IQ. It tells you how you interact with your siblings, means how you talk with your siblings, and your intelligence and knowledge. Your third house can also tell you what you're good at or what you're smart at. And I'm gonna tell you what you might be smart at based on the zodiacs. So now we're gonna learn about the zodiacs in third house. If your third house is in Aries, then you're competitive and you are good at physical things and good at leadering and good at teacher stuff and good at physical stuff too. If your third house is in Taurus, you have people who you can trust safely in your life. And you are good at things like baking food and making food, especially making sweets and all that. So yeah, if your third house is in Taurus, I suggest that you should try making food. I bet it'll be good, I think, according to me. So if your third house is in Gemini, you are curious. And by curious, I mean, oh, why is the sky blue? Or, oh, why is the night sky black? Or, oh, why is the sun yellow? By curious, I mean that. Wait, why is the sun yellow? Wait, no, the sun is not yellow. It just appears like that because of the atmosphere. You know what? I have to teach my viewers this thing now. Anyways, if your third house is in Gemini, then you're good at subjects like science or maths. I don't know, but I think science or maths. I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyways, if your third house is in Cancer, like me, my third house is in Cancer, then you're good at then you have very much emotional intelligence. You might be able to read other people's intelligence, and you might be very understanding and caring. And you are smart at emotions. You're smart at reading other people's emotions and all that stuff. If your third house is in Leo, then it means you talk confidently. And if your third house is in Leo, then I suggest that you should become a motivational speaker or something. Because if your third house is in Leo, then you're good at motivational speaking and all. So if your third house is in Virgo, then you're good at critical thinking. So this means you might be good at subjects which involve critical thinking, like maths. I'm not sure. You decide which subject you're good at. I'm just guessing. So, if your third house is in Libra, then you have people who are very social in your life. If your third house is in Leo, then your life is filled with extroverts. And I think if your third house is in Libra, you might be good at subjects like, let me think. Okay, so if your third house is in Libra, you might be good at subjects like music or art. Okay, I'm not sure, I don't know. Oh my god, this stupid noise, when will it end? Wait, you met Billie Eilish in PKXD? Oh my god, I'll see it later. Okay, anyways, I have to teach my... Okay, anyways, if your third house is in Scorpio, then this stupid noise! Guys, ignore that noise. Anyways, if your third house is in Scorpio, then you are intense. You talk intensely. You talk scarily. And you might be good at intense subjects. And I don't know which subjects are intense, but let me think. Okay, so if your third house is in Scorpio, you might be good at psychology. I think, I'm not sure. So if your third house is in Sagittarius, you might be good at you talk philosophically, and you might be interested very much in philosophy. This means you might be good at subjects like history and civics. And if your third house is in Capricorn, then you might be very responsible. You might be responsible for what others say. You might be responsible for your neighbors, etc. And by neighbors, I mean the people who you have in your life. Oh my god, wow, so beautiful. Okay. Anyways, so if your third house is in Capricorn, you might be good at subjects like math and or science or like something, I'm not sure. Okay, so if your third house is in Aquarius, then you are independent. If your third house is in Aquarius, then you talk independently, you express your opinions freely, and you are not afraid of judgment by the people who you have in your life. Okay? And this means you are good at and if your third house is in Aquarius, then you are good at subjects which you like. Yes. And guys, ignore that. Anyways, if your third house is in Pisces, you might be very imaginative. So if your third house is in Pisces, you might be good at subjects which involve imagination, like art and DIYs. Anyways, let's talk about the planets now. So, if your Mercury is in your third house, then it means you're funny. If your Venus is in your third house, then it means you have a peaceful sibling. If your Moon is in your third house, then it means you express your emotion through communication. If your Mars is in your third house, then you want competitions. If your Sun is in your third house, then you are confident, like Leos. If your Jupiter is in your third house, then you want to learn philosophy and you are interested in it. And if your third house is in Saturn, then you might be very serious in learning. Basically, same as Capricorn. If your Venus is in your third house, then you might learn independently, like without a teacher or tutor or tuition teacher or something. Now, if your Neptune is in your third house, then you learn intuitively. Means like you just guess the answer when you're learning it and it turns out to be right. I mean that. So if you have Pluto in your third house, then it means your learning transforms over time. For example, one day there's a history test, so you study history, but turns out that history test is cancelled, so you have to study for your math exam now. But there's a holiday on the math exam, so you have to study for the geography exam. By transformative learning, I mean that. So if your North Node is in your third house, then it represents how you will talk and then it represents how you will talk in the future with your siblings. It also represents your future things with siblings. And if you have South Node in your third house, then it means how you used to talk, how you were talking in your past relationship with siblings. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna upload 9th house later. Bye.